My name is Sarah, professional interior designer and creator of the blog She Holds Dearly. On this channel, I like to talk about making a home beautiful on any budget. Well, this is the week that we tackle this area in our kitchen that has been a puzzle for a while. It is the hood area over our stove, and it's multifaceted. I did get some under cabinet lighting from Amazon, which I'm going to link for you because it's a good little product and it really makes a big impact. So we don't have a fan over this stove. I always get lots of questions about that. And we looked into getting a charcoal fan, which doesn't actually vent, but it will cycle and purify the air. What we found was that they stick out, like they're actually supposed to be part of the design feature. And so I decided against that, and we looked at doing a beam. Here you can see kind of our ideas. We actually had a beam that it's a fir one. It's this more reddish one that was actually a piece of our house, which was built in 1906. And so I love the idea of having something reclaimed that is part of the house story. So we tried some things like that. We went around and around. This is a multi-day project, which you're gonna see here. But not only do we not have a fan, we don't have a true backsplash. We have cabinets above and to the side of the range, and then nothing on the left side. And most ranges that you see on Pinterest are centered somewhat in the kitchen, and so you can do a custom hood. This one just has a lot. It has a lot of things to deal with. I did buy these two corbels, which I think are going to work. The one on the left didn't actually have anything to brace, so we had to build a faux box there, and then that threw off the whole thing a little bit being centered. But you know what? I think that when you have a mess of problems like this, you just pick them off one at a time and do the best you can with what you have. I've got this blank wall area on the other side that then opens into our fireside room, and I got this shelf from Magnolia. It was pretty good price. I think it was $100 or something like that, maybe a little more than that. I do think it's going to work. I like the lines of it. I feel like it's kind of a refined looking shelf. The one thing that I didn't like when I saw it in person is that the gold, it just looked kind of cheap. It looked like it has been spray painted, and so I'm going to take care of that myself. I already know how to fix that. Our stove doesn't even go all the way to the wall, so we need to get another piece of quartz to fill that space, and there's just about 10 things to do in this little area. Was stretching our creativity, the two of us together, going back and forth on what we could do. But you know, I think you keep taking the next step, the thing that you do like we liked the shelf, we liked the corbels, so we installed those and just kept moving forward. And I think a lot of times in design, that is how you go forward, is you keep trying to take the next step, and eventually you sort things out. I noticed as I aged that kitchen is becoming more and more important to me because it's such a hub for celebration and reunion when our kids come home. Now, another thing I'm noticing as I age, that the human body is deteriorating in very key, specific, sequential ways. And so I went on a deep dive a couple of years ago trying to find options beyond the standard Botox and filler, and see, just out of curiosity, is there something more natural and less invasive and less expensive? And I came across City Beauty. City Beauty creates skincare and beauty products that deliver visible and real results. And I'm a testimony to this, okay? So listen up. City Beauty has come up with a product. It's an actual lip gloss. You put it on your lips and the hyaluronic acid goes through the thin skin layer of your lips and over time builds up and gives you the young, youthful lips that you used to have. And just get the clear if you want. I've got the sparkling cider and the clear. The second thing you need to have on hand are the hydro masks. It will help with fine lines, firmness, and dryness. All of their products are free from parabens, phthalates, sulfates, and mineral oils. They are just doing an outstanding job in the beauty industry. And I am so thankful that we have options beyond what we're told are standard options. If you want to get started with City Beauty today, I did get you a coupon code, of course. She Holds Dearly will get you 20% off on their website. And let me know in the comments below if you use this or what kind of problems you're trying to fix with aging. I shared this product in my behind the scenes group and a lot of women went out and got the lip gloss, and now it's kind of like our little club thing. We all love our City Lips lip gloss. So continuing on with our theme of taking the next right step, we are going to install our under cabinet lighting. There's about probably 10 ideas, 10 hurdles to get through in this space here. But I think a lot of design is like that, where you know a couple things that you like. And so move forward with those things. And as those fall into place, then other things become clear. And so much of life is like that. One of my daughters asked me recently, why can't God just tell me what the next year or 5 years is going to be, where I'm going to live and who I'm going to meet and what I'm going to do for work? And of course, I had to remind her that God is very often not going to be telling us all the things. And in fact, he says that his word is a lamp unto our feet, which is a picture of him only telling us the next step. And he will guide us. He will guide us with the next step. But he also is so blessed by our faith. And if he told us everything, then why would we need him? Why would we keep coming back daily? Back to our magnolia shelf here. I think I paid about $100, maybe $120 or something for this shelf. And I really like the lines of it. I feel like it's interesting and it's refined. I like the size of it, but I did feel like the brackets looked like they were spray painted, which felt kind of cheap to me. So I'm going to use an ancient process called gilding or gold leaf. And the French were especially famous for this. They would either have brass for their gold or they would gold leaf pieces, and they used real gold because this is not real gold, but you put a really thin layer of this special glue called size, and then you let it dry just until it feels sticky like a post-it note, and then you lay these little sheets over it. It's a little bit messy, it's a little bit tedious, but I love the option. I feel like it's such a good tool to have in your back pocket as a DIYer that loves the old world style. I did an entire coffee table. I have an oval bamboo coffee table that I did this to a couple years ago, and I love it so much. So I really think this turned out great. It elevates the whole piece, and it goes along with the brass detailing of the new Ilve range. I'm thinking that this shelf with a plant underneath it will help mask that seam where the corbel is coming together with the paneling, which is obviously not matched as well as I would like. All right, we've made progress with the under cabinet lighting. We've got our shelf put up right here, and I'll get it all styled up. But this was really the last holdout and probably the most important part. I am really drawn to any type of a hood situation that looks like a hearth or a mantle. I feel like that is going to put you really into a very traditional style. If you love the old world European decor, when you're on Pinterest, look for a hearth or mantle, hood over stove, that kind of a thing. And I'll pop up some pictures here, and clearly they're not a mantle, they're not a hearth, but there are repetitive elements within this type of design that I think will steer you if you are loving the style like I am. You definitely want to have some corbels. Now I feel like mine could come out a little bit farther, and maybe I will add on some type of a decorative piece or something here, but for now I think it's good. I think that is a non-negotiable. If you're wanting to have this sort of mantle hearth feel, you definitely want corbels, so a couple of big ones. Then ours is tricky because it's not quite centered, but you just gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And you know, I think every house has a few quirks. This is definitely one of ours, but I'm gonna try to trick the eye enough to make it feel like this is actually centered over the stove. Then underneath here, well, we have our light, of course, but then there is an electrical outlet piece, not an outlet, but there's wires coming together in a box, and my husband wants to be able to access that because he says if there is some type of electrical issue, that's going to be a weak spot, and he wants to be able to get to it, but it is in the worst, not the worst place, it's not my favorite place. He was like, here, hang this nice picture over it, but it's too high, and it's kind of awkward back there in nothingness. I just don't feel like it's a natural place to be hanging a picture. So we've been going round and round. I actually lost a lot of sleep over this the other night, stressing about it. But in the end, we have added this, we just built this tiny little shelf thing. It gives sort of a mantle feel to it. It's just a board that comes down. We added a little 2-inch shelf that comes out here. We just have it held in place right now to look at it. I think when it's all painted, it will look better. I did go to Home Depot and I got basically anything that I thought would work. I got a bunch of different corbels to try. This one was my favorite, although, and it would kind of create an arch here. But I feel like if we have the corbels and then the piece across the front that looks like a mantle, those two things are key to getting that kind of hearth feel. These I could add later. I don't really know that they go with the rest of the kitchen. This look is what we have above the windows and doors because it's a craftsman style house. So I think that works well. I got these little guys. This is definitely arts and crafts style. It just looked really different from the other two corbels we have there. These were a little bit small. And then I got bigger ones, but I don't know. They just looked kind of, here, you can see. They just looked kind of cheap. So for now, I'm not adding anything else. We're just gonna keep it kind of boxy looking. And then I do have a little shelf that maybe I could decorate. I don't know, I thought seasonally I might put a little something up here, but I need to be able to open this cabinet. So anyways, that's where we're at. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if you feel like we got enough of our hearth look we were going for. I always get a lot of questions about our backsplash and why we don't have tile. And I don't know that you always have to have tile. We do have industrial strength paint, which is good. I've got copper pots hanging, which I can easily just put in the dishwasher. But I don't think you have to stress as much as people say about a backsplash. Just don't do wallpaper otherwise. I mean, I'm not throwing like bacon grease on the wall. Actually, if something starts to splatter when I'm cooking, I immediately put a lid on it. So I'm not too worried. Well, we got pretty far with this kitchen this week. We went to replace the knobs in the drawers and realized the screws are too short with these knobs, which I am loving. I splurged on these knobs. I'm going to tell you all about the final details in the next kitchen video. So stay tuned for that. I have some pieces I've been saving for years and we're going to style them together. All these copper pots I thrifted and antiqued, and I have stories for each one of them. It's so fun to actually hang them. I'm so glad we finally got through this difficult area in our kitchen. It's roadblocks like these that can stall a home project for years or even decades. I've created the Dear House Society with this frustration in mind. Choose from one of 3 levels of care, including daily access to me and your personal design coach, to help you break through the struggles that you are facing in your unique home design this year. I'll put the link in the description. So thank you so much for being here and following along on our journey. I so appreciate your comments and your encouragement. I hope you have a wonderful week and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.